Good afternoon. Today I would like to talk to you about a persuasive speech regarding talking and texting while driving on the cell phone. Our audience is Betty Amerson, Curtis Amerson, Mason Coleman, Austin Snyder, Dylan Amerson, and Alex Amerson is our cameraman. The dangers of talking and texting while driving. Karen Broxson started the morning of July 22nd, 2009, just like any other morning. She kissed her mother goodbye as she walked out the door on her way to college, where she was on the dean's list and pursuing a medical degree. 20 minutes later, her life and her family's life were forever changed. If you could save someone's life by simply turning off your cell phone, would you? My purpose today is to inform you of the dangers of talking and texting while driving. You asked me what qualifies me to speak on this topic. Karen Broxson was my niece. Since her senseless death, I have become an advocate for this cause. According to the Human Factors and Ergonomic Society in 2006, cell phone distractions caused 2,600 deaths and 330,000 injuries in the United States each year. Drivers look but don't see because they are distracted by the conversations they are having on their cell phone. University of Utah scientists have also found previously that chatty motorists is less adept than drunk drivers with a blood alcohol level exceeding 0.08. New York Times reported that the risk of an accident is 4 times greater while a driver was using a cell phone. The U.S. Department of Transportation has a web page called distraction.gov, and according to this, in 2009, distracted drivers killed nearly 5,500 people and injured 500,000 more. Behind these numbers are children, parents, neighbors, and friends whose families have been torn apart by senseless preventable crashes. Crashes that were caused by people talking or texting behind the wheel. One last statistic is from SADD, Students Against Drunk Driving, where they state the most common distractions for drivers is not drinking while driving, it's the use of cell phones. Talking, listening, or texting on a cell phone while driving increase the risk of a crash or near crash by 1.3 times. There are many of you out there that are saying, why focus on cell phone, that there are so many other problems that could cause an accident? The answer to that is this. Phone conversations have been shown to cause a congenitive distraction in drivers. In other words, the driver's brain is intensely engaged with a conversation, although he or she may appear to be paying attention to the road. This does not happen with other common distractions, including conversations with passengers. Research has shown that phone conversations cause what is called tunnel vision in drivers. Although they appear to be looking at the objects, their brains are not registering a good portion of what they see. Therefore, a driver is impaired for the entire length of the phone conversation. Close your eyes for a second and imagine this scenario. A mother kisses her only daughter goodbye for school, not knowing the tragedy that was just minutes away. Getting a phone call that your daughter had been involved in an automobile accident and was being airlifted to a local hospital in critical condition. You're finally allowed after 6 hours to see her, only to be told that she had minutes to live. You hold her hand as she takes her last breath. You gently kiss her forehead goodbye. The woman responsible for my niece's accident and death stated that she was simply calling in her prescription on her cell phone when this accident took place. The truth of the matter was it only took those few seconds to forever shatter the lives of both families involved. She managed in those few seconds of being distracted on her cell phone to pull right out into oncoming traffic, hit my niece's vehicle with such force that it flipped it 8 times, ejecting her on the 7th time. Karen lived for 6.5 hours. Karen was just on her way to school like she did every morning. The woman was charged a $62 fine that roughly equals $10.33 an hour for every hour that my niece fought to stay alive. We've talked now about the problem, now let's talk about the solution. The solution is simple. Do not talk or text on your cell phone while driving. Is the phone call or message really that important that it cannot wait until you are parked? Is it worth the life of an innocent person? One split decision will forever alter your life. In conclusion, my commitment to you today is to be one of the few that choose not to talk or text on my cell phone while driving. I would like all of you here today to write your legislate demanding that there be stricter laws in place regarding talking on your cell phone while driving. You say that this will never happen to you or your loved one. Well, I said the same thing, and now I'm reminded how true it is every time I go to the cemetery. All of this could have been prevented if one person would have chosen not to talk on their cell phone while driving. Stand up, take a stand, write your legislation. You can make a difference. Thank you. Do the thing.